Morning, ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, we've seen my 10th favourite tank, we've seen my 9th favourite tank, and today we are going to look at my 8th favourite tank in the whole entire game. Now, of course, number 9 was the grill, and number 8 is something that's slightly different to the grill. In fact, that a tank that's been around for a very, very long time. When it was in the game, when it first come into the game, it was considered very, very OP. Nowadays, you don't really see it too much, if I'm honest. So what tank is it? Of course, we're going to drop down to tier 7. We're going to drop down to drop to mediums. We're going to go to premium tanks, and we're going to go to the hybrid, and it is this tank right here, the Dracula. Yes, even after so many years, this tank is still up there in my top 10. It is still a fun tank to play, albeit it isn't the best tanks. Stat-wise, it isn't that great at all, but it is still one of those tanks that you can play, you can have so much fun playing this tank, especially if there is 2 of you playing these in a platoon. So what are the stats of the tank, and just why do I love the tank so much? So you can see here the track regeneration. Basically what this is, a destroyed track is restored twice as fast. Yes, literally, you get tracked within, I think it's like 1 second, your track is automatically repaired. So as soon as you get tracked, if you do play it and you don't know about this, don't hit your repair kit, because just wait, it will be repaired. Yes, I didn't know about that for a very long time, to be honest. It's one of those, you get tracked, you quickly hit that repair. But yeah, in this tank, you do not have to do that. So it's got no armor whatsoever. 30mm is the best you're going to get on that turret, and the same on your hull. The same as the DPM. The DPM really isn't great. We are running this with calibrated shells. It doesn't make much of a difference, but yeah, the penetration isn't great, especially if you are up against tier 8s. So you've got 1988 DPM. Reload time is 6.79 seconds. Your penetration 163 on your AP, 249 on your APCR, 50 on your HE. Damage, you've got a 225 alpha gun on that AP, 190 on your APCR, and 270 on your HE. So yeah, if you can get that HE out, then it is worth doing. Aim time, yeah, not that bad, but it's not great at 3.4, the same as the gun dispersion at 0.353. It has 10 degrees of gun depression and a top speed of 65 kilometers per hour. So it's one of those tanks that, again, it's if you look at things like the grill and tanks like that have no armor, it's one of those that you can go out and you can cause havoc, or you could go out and get absolutely ripped apart. Of course, you need to go with your medium tank. It is a medium tank. What I would suggest in this tank as well, if you see an SP1C, ram it. Honestly, if you see an SP1C, you need to ram it. You can almost kill that dude, like in just a ram. It is fun. It really is fun, and you don't actually lose that many hit points. Hello, SP1C. There we are. Of course, normally when I do see an SP1C, I do sort of tunnel vision him, because I want to ram him. I really do want to ram him, but not always. You can't always ram him. But yeah, here we are going to ram him, and you can see not a lot of damage, but we wasn't even going that fast, and he's gone. He is gone. And the best thing with this, again, because it is so fast, and not just the top speed, but the acceleration, it's one of the quickest, if not the quickest accelerating tank in the entire game. But also, you have to remember about that armor. Don't get carried away, because that is what a lot of people do when they are driving the Dracula. The only time you can really do that, if you are in a platoon of these, and you focus fire, you go together, you will have a lot of fun. Honestly, you need to try it. If you do own this tank and you're not in, like, you don't really platoon, just jump with someone in a platoon that also has this tank. You have to try it. Like, you have to. If you don't try it, then there is something wrong with you. It's mega fun, and you know, people play the game to have fun, and that is what you can do if you tune with these. Now, we are actually going to mess a few shots up here into the Tiger. Now, we're only on 1600 damage. It's not about the damage we get in this game, and again, we do the exact same thing. That's our fault. I mean, we are literally shooting the only red bit of the freaking tank. So yeah, moving on to the next game. Now, again, this tank does struggle a little bit when you are up against those tier 8s because it doesn't have the best of penetration. You do have to use your APCR quite often, especially against those tier 8 heavy tanks. But what you do have is that maneuverability. Like, you are really quick. You can circle people so freaking easily. You can get to the position very quickly, like we're going to do here. Now, the enemy do have 2 mediums. We have 2 mediums, but I really want to go to this middle because I can get there very quickly. And you can see we get there, we spot the team, we take the shot against the leather, and then we are going to relocate. So at least I've opened up the team for my team. I can then just go and relocate and then choose what I want to do. But considering my guys are at C, no one has been spotted there, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go and come to B. So they are now spotted, the T20 spotted, but you know what, I'm at the moment, I'm happy in this position. Yes, they do have a couple of tank destroyers, so I am going to blind fire that little bush in that corner, but I'm just going to be very patient, and that is until this magnate does come around the corner. And you can just see the penetration against that guy. Like, I can't penetrate him. I mean, there is parts that you can penetrate that guy, but yeah, it is red. It's really red, and that is a tier 7 heavy tank. So you will imagine coming up against a tier 8 heavy tank. So yeah, the penetration isn't the greatest, and you will suffer quite a bit, especially against those extremely heavily armored tier 8s, some even tier 7s as well, to be honest. But yeah, even take away that fact, it really is a fun tank to play, and it's unfortunate because this tank, like some others, it is one of those tanks that doesn't really come for sale. I mean, you'd be able to get it in, of course, October, Halloween, it comes back, but the majority of the time it is in for crates. I don't even think I've really ever seen this, apart from the Blitz fair at Christmas. I don't think I've even ever seen this tank for sale for gold, like direct gold in the store. It is unfortunate, but again, it is one of those tanks that when it's first come into the game, people were complaining. Like, yeah, it's a completely made-up tank. Yes, there is a lot of made-up tanks, but it was extremely OP. This and the Helsing, they were both completely broken. Nobody really knew how to deal with the speed, and yeah, they just struggled to deal with this tank. But over time, yeah, it has kind of lost its touch. But so yeah, maybe now is the time to sort of sell it for gold, you know? I don't know, maybe not, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Wargaming should now sell these, especially the Helsing? I do honestly think with the Helsing, they should sell that for gold because it's not as special as it once was. In fact, it's now the Annihilator is around. The Helsing, yeah, it isn't special at all. And you could say the same with this tank. They could sell this for like 15,000 gold. For a tier 7 tank, it will sell. It really will sell. So let me know your thoughts on the Dracula, my 8th favorite tank in the game. It's nothing special, but for me it is. It's a great laugh. You have a lot of fun, and that is ultimately why we play this game, to have fun. And you can do just that driving this tank. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I will see you all tomorrow for my 7th favorite tank. Bye-bye.